peace, love, and light. I'm Damri Alma Atbe. This is Eden Rose, and Eden Rose is a way of life. Welcome. Peace to the Moors out there. Truth is, these messages I've been receiving lately are for you. They're also for everyone else, but that's my intention, is to bring through divine energy and creative energy into the movement. So peace to you. Thank you for rendezvousing with me here. I will that the messages offered here are received in clarity and in love. The truth is that everything shifts as we shift our vibration. And so if I can offer divine energy in a way that is digestible, and perhaps offer, thought, guidance, perspective shifts, something new, whatever it is, a message, could be filled with anything. If I can offer something of value toward your expansion, that is what, I aim to do. And so I align myself with Source. Oops, a daisy. And I read messages. And the purpose of that is to help you to raise your vibration. And I'm happy to do so. So, there is a sense of understanding or understanding or knowing that I feel. Calm. It's a knowing that you're sort of in control of what's happening. There's confirmation that's going to be coming through in a way that you've already done the groundwork and you've experienced into this space, so you couldn't have come to this space without having already been through what you've been through. But there's a energy of reaping, the reward, reaping what you've sown. It's still in, its creation. It's not quite ripe. You're still a little bit waiting, but it's like you can see that there is a distinct, difference between the growth before and the growth now, the fruit before and the fruit now. The plants are just about to blossom into their maturity, right? The things are just about to blossom into their maturity. And so there's an overwhelming sense of being in control. This has a lot to do with your solar plexus chakra, which is just above your navel. And okay, so basically what this is, it's like what I'm feeling is I'm feeling the resistance in my solar plexus, and I'm also feeling the growth of these cards, and it's like the resistance between the two. And so what this is a lesson. It's a lesson. It's an opportunity to remove whatever I'm just going to say frequency that is within your solar plexus chakra, okay, that allows for you not to grow in certain aspects, or you haven't grown in certain aspects within yourself in the past. Everybody's aspects are going to be different, but what I'm saying is this energy is coming from a maturity. It's like there's a level of, it's like a graduation, you know. It's a maturity that's occurring here, a maturity into control over what you are doing, what you are manifesting, recognizing that you've created something from something else, or recognizing that you've, you know, added into a situation and it's progressed to here. Whatever it is that you've done, it is you're seeing, you're about to see that shift where things start to look as if they're fruitful. Yeah, there's an energy right now still of, like I said, shifting the energy and cleaning up the vibration within your solar plexus. And there could have been a shedding of some sort, like an energetic shedding in the past, where perhaps you had to leave something behind, whether it was a physical thing or person, an ideology. It could be a belief, it could be a behavior of some sort, it could be anything, but there's something that you've sort of released. And it's time to kind of gather your strength again and get back to the point where you know, you're in this energy, and that strength is gathered by, you know, recognizing the energy in that area. And then my what I would say is the best way to approach something like, you know, a block in your solar plexus is, I prefer using sound and frequency. And so you can say Om, for instance. Om is all the accumulating sounds of the universe in one. And so Om, when you chant the tone Om into a particular area, it allows that energy to be kind of transmuted, to be honest. And there's a meditation that I have been doing for many years technically speaking, what it does is it releases all of your karmic or your energetic connections to things, to life, to beings, to people, to ideas, to, you know. So what you're doing is you are kind of resetting vibrationally through frequency and sound. You're resetting your chakras and the relationship your chakras have to one another by using the tone Om. So the meditation is going in and actually visualizing in your brain where these tones are going to sort of be put. It's like you're focusing on different areas. The moment you focus on an area of your body, you know, there is a neurological reaction to that area. So if you close your eyes and you focus on, you know, your toes, you can feel your toes in space. If you focus on your actual brain, you can feel your brain. And as long as you understand the anatomy of your brain, you can go in and place sounds, place particular frequencies into different parts of your brain that will allow it to be in harmony the way that, you know, your chakras would prefer it to be. And what this does is, the process is also to bring the sounds up. So you emanate each sound through each one of your chakras as you come up into the third eye chakra. And then when you're in that space, that's when you can go through the brain. It's a beautiful meditation that actually I was thinking about offering it, but I know that there's a link so the meditation comes from Dr. Pillai, who I won't give you too much information about him, but you can look him up online, and it's just I wonder what it is. I'm gonna have to put it in the description or in the comments, because I don't remember the name of it. I don't want to totally mess it up right now, but this meditation I received from Dr. Pillai, and he anyways, the meditation is fantastic, and it goes through a series of going up through your up your spinal cord, through all of your chakras, and then into your third eye chakra. And when you repeat this sound, Om, in particular, it is like entirely it's the sound that allows for you to completely release the karmic ties that you have. Now, you always need karma. It's about resetting your karma so that the karma that you are receiving is positive, right? It's about resetting your frequency so that what you're receiving back is positive. And it's resetting your frequency so quickly because you're putting the sound and the frequency and the tone straight into the places that will allow for that frequency to resonate through. So once your chakras, begin to feel those frequencies, and then you align your brain. So a lot of times, people do their Reiki, for instance, and they get all their energy and their chakras aligned. But if your thoughts are also not aligned with that energy, then it can, not that Reiki isn't amazing and it doesn't really work, because it really does, but eventually it becomes a little bit peace. Eventually it becomes to the point where sorry, I'm just receiving something else. Give me 1 second. This happens many times than you. Okay. One second, I apologize. Right, so when you are able to move your chakras, move the energy up throughout your chakras, and then also align the frequency of your brain, your physical brain, as you align, those frequencies throughout your chakra system, it actually makes it go faster. So with Reiki, and without actually putting those tones or those frequencies or doing any sort of energy work on the brain, a lot of times our brains can interact and manifest as resistance to things like Reiki or energy work. Okay, so in my experience, this is one of the most powerful meditation tools. I prefer mantra, using the tone Om in particular, working with the solar plexus chakra is incredibly an incredibly useful tool as far as getting rid of your karmic, energetic, frequential connections to things and experiences that have happened to you that you don't necessarily want to keep creating from. So it's really in the space of, with this energy, as far as cleaning up your vibration, this is where you want to really focus on that sacral chakra point. And so with with the energy of the Queen of Rods, who is for me right now expressing this. Like I said in the beginning, it's kind of like a calm, a knowing of self, an understanding, a recognition that the seeds that you've sown are coming to fruition. The fruit is beginning to expand. It's like you starting, it's already sprouted, but now those crops are about to be mature. It's like that's about to be happening. That's on the precipice, but you really need to focus on your sacral chakra. Sorry, not your sacral chakra, but your solar plexus chakra, in order to step out of the energy that's been holding you back from this energy pushing forward. It's just about sort of being aware, giving yourself a bit of a kickstart, to a degree, energetic kickstart. It's always important to focus on your physical frequency, and using tones and specific sounds, especially sounds of creation, are the best way to immediately put your body into alignment with that of the creator source, and not in alignment with the things that are physical. And as you do that energetically, you begin to recognize how you're going to attract different experiences. Things will start to move forward in the ways that you need to move them in a more easy way, in a way that's more natural. Things fall into your space rather than having to effort, because you've put the groundwork in, and now it's about aligning your energy with the outcome that you prefer. So solar plexus, I feel it so deeply, actually, and that energy really needs to move upwards and out. I would do so if you're familiar with a toroidal field, there are 3 toroidal fields that human bodies have around. The first is around the heart space, the second is like about 6 feet outside of the body, and the third is like I'm going to say like anywhere from 12 to 15 feet, perhaps bigger. For some reason, I feel like I might be wrong, but I'm going to say somewhere between 12 to 15. And they're toroidal fields. And so the direction of energy flow through a toroidal field is up through a center point, which is, your heart chakra, out of the top and around, and it comes down kind of in all directions like a donut, and it comes back up through the bottom and continues, and it can go in both ways. And so that meditation is really good for allowing the energy to flow. If you just sit, I don't know, for me, I like to sit very tall when I do this meditation so I can really visualize and feel the energy moving. But you visualize the energy moving, whether you want to stay, within the heart toroidal field or the 6-foot radius or the wider one. I like to do all of them. I like to imagine that it's expansive, like it's not expensive, but I mean it is expensive, but that's not the word I wanted to use. I like to imagine that it's infinite for me, and so that is a really great way of moving that energy as well. Hold on. So, this is, so the next lessons and wisdom that you're offered is directly coming from your ancestors. It's directly coming from close relative ancestors to you, and, beyond, there's like this energy of the ancestral realm that's surrounding you, that's helping you to sort of usher in your energy with the energy and the shift of the cosmos. And so it's important to recognize that. That was lovely. It feels like a big hug. Yeah. I'm gonna pull maybe 2 or 3 cards more, max. We'll see. So I just call it, I like to be like sort of, I don't know, outside of the box and make it sound really amazing and very, outside of this landish, because that's how I experience life vibrationally. And so things happen for me in a very magical sort of experiential way. And so I like to say that, there is an offering, there's something being offered to you, that is the ability to manifest. And it's not that you're manifesting, you're thinking of things that you want and then you're figuring it out, and that's, it's like this strategic plan. That's not what's being offered here. What's being offered here is the energy of alignment. And so when you are stepping more consistently on a regular basis into the frequency of your ancestors, that's when, you are going to be in alignment with the future in which you'd prefer, which is in alignment with, all of the other things that are in alignment with that, in alignment with love, I like to say. So it's kind of like it's like this big hug, that I'm feeling, this offering of, if you pay attention, if you do these things, if you focus on yourself in the ways that you need to, take action in the ways that you need to, and, stay within this frequency on a regular basis, consistently and consciously, then you are in total full support. It's like you're floating on a cloud. I mean, you're in total full support anyhow, but there's like this team energetically that is supporting you. And so I don't know, I just feel like a big hug. That's funny. I'm gonna pull one more card and see. I only brought one deck with me today, and I'm out and about with my aunt. She's doing her thing, so I thought, why not? Oh goodness, see, but I did not bring. Oh yeah. You gotta kind of acknowledge your, I want to say worth, but that's not what it is. It's not even strong enough a word. But acknowledge your divinity. It's time for you to acknowledge your divinity. So, intentionally recognizing that this is a world of vibration, and so you can have great effect on the things that you actually manifest, if you allow yourself to also recognize that you can do things from this perspective as well. And it's always going to be a work in progress. It's about progressing. So I have a little bit of like in my head energy, like not in my head kind of energy about this subject, but what's really behind it is the King of Rods, who is the gatekeeper of manifestation. He you have to have the King of Rods energy in order to manifest. You have to have the King of Rods energy in order to have full control over the realm of manifestation, the physical realm. So it's time to sort of receive, get out of your head a little bit, receive and recognize that this is a divine experience. And if you align yourself with the things that are following your bliss, instead of just with obligation, and I mean, not saying that that's what everyone is doing, but we all have those things, right? And I'm just using obligation to try to be as general as possible, but you gotta just kind of
oh my god, I
hold
stayed
on.
Long, didn't I?
No, you didn't. I'm live. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
It's about just getting out of your head so that you can have, you know, this clarity. So with that, I will say peace, love, and light to you. I will that these messages were received with love and with clarity. Peace.